back to Fox 23 News at 9. I'm Zach Seminar. After jumping out front and scoring the game's first 4 points against Charlotte on Thursday, Southern Miss would give up 9 of the game's next 12 points and never lead again in their conference opening loss. Megan Brown led all scorers after pouring in a career-best 20 points, breaking her previous high of 17 in the 66-56 loss this afternoon. Southern Miss trailed by 21 in the game's second half before mounting a comeback, but could never cut the deficit to single digits. The loss has the Golden Eagles sitting at 8-6 for the season. They now look ahead to Saturday's game at Western Kentucky. After taking their SEC opener on New Year's Eve against South Carolina, the Ole Miss Rebels followed that up with a road loss at Georgia on Wednesday night. Juwan Parker came off the bench and scored a career-high 18 points and snagged a career-best 11 rebounds to spark Georgia to the early January win. Ole Miss, who has averaged over 10 made three-pointers per game over the last 5, shot just 6 of 26 from outside and 36% from the floor in the loss. The road ahead for the Rebels gets more challenging. They face 13-1 Mississippi State on Saturday. Tip set for 3:30. The New Orleans Saints are back in the playoffs for the first time since 2013, and this weekend they'll match up against a team that they're rather familiar with, the Carolina Panthers. The Saints have beaten the Panthers twice already this season, but Drew Brees and crew know this weekend will be a lot different environment.
We've all been going against each other for a long time now, you know. But in these games, there's always wrinkles on both sides. You should always try to prepare for, or at least have the ability to make adjustments, you know, on the run when you need to. They're a very good football team. They're a very good defense. Got a lot of very good players, very well coached.
Taking a look at the wild card weekend, Titans-Chiefs kickoff first round play on Saturday afternoon in KC. That'll be followed up with a Saturday night matinee when the third NFC South team, Atlanta, will play the Los Angeles Rams. Moving on to Sunday, Bills and Jags will kick off the early afternoon game at 12:05, and it'll all come to an end with that Saints and Panthers games. Well, sports fans can be wacky and supportive, sometimes to a fault, but if you look at this, they can also be pretty darn creative. Houston area native Joseph Cram dedicated more than 220 hours to this. Cram showcased his love for both Legos and the Houston Astros by constructing this 44,000-piece sculpture-like picture of the NL MVP, I should say AL MVP. I forgot that the Astros changed. Yeah, but all these pieces hand-painted. The creator says the piece is a tribute to a player who boosted the morale of Houston when they needed it the most, and that is something else.
It's impressive.
Yeah, that takes some talent.
A lot of detail, some depth, it looks like.
Now, he also said he wants somehow, some way, Jose Altuve to sign it.
See this and
he wants it. He wants it signed. He wants it inside Minute Maid Park.
Hey.
And I think it's definitely worthy of it. There's probably not too much art that's more creative than that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they could find a spot somewhere in the front office
think
or
so.
something.
Yeah. Somewhere that everybody could see it, I think.
Even put him in the old school jersey.
Yeah, the throwback.
Yeah, they had the throwback.
Thanks.